Isak is home. Charlie, very interesting. The transfer deadline was quite interesting. We had so many things happening, so many transfers, last minute transfers, and the biggest of it being Isak. Isak is home, Charlie. All the Liverpool fans, big ups. Let's see what slots can do for the Liverpool fans and also for every FPL manager out there. All right, so let's get into it. Game week 4, as we've already been through it. Game week 3 was all sorts of interesting up and downs here and there, interesting fixtures. Some disappointed, but nevertheless, it was all good. Heading into game week 4, it looks like we have a whole lot to really think about because we have about 2 weeks until game week 4 because of the international break. It's going to take 1 week, so this weekend is just for international break. Then next week, God willing, Saturday we kick off. But before that, it seems so many managers have a headache and it's looking a bit confusing, but not to worry. As I said in my previous video, it's just about being consistent. Just try and focus on what's the trends are and what to do to become a better manager. There's no need to really be hesitant or to be overly excited because we have a lot of new players coming in. No, I'm going to give you some reasons why you should relax. So stay tuned. Watch till the end. Let me know what your thoughts are. But before we get into it, I would like you to subscribe. This is Inside FPL on the Locker Room Vibes. Charlie, let's go. All right, so as I said, game week 4, it's we have some time until game week 4, but heading into game week 4, we have all sorts of interesting news. The most being the transfers. So we'll just go into a few transfers, see who's left where, and which new players have joined the clubs. So let's go. So the most notable so far, we have Donnarumma joining City from PSG. Interesting one there. Isak joining Liverpool for the British record fee, Charlie. Very interesting. He has a lot to prove because breaking this record shows there's so much potential they believe in, but the question is, would he be able to provide? Because already Ekitike is showing a whole lot of potential. This guy is banging in the goals. He's showing that he has something to prove, and Isak too has shown that he can get it done. But would he fit into this Liverpool team? Let's see how things go for him. Edison's left, so the one of our very good keepers from previous seasons who had one of the top most assists as a goalkeeper, he's left City, and all in all, some few players have joined. So let's get into it. So Arsenal so far, the most notable, we'll just go through it so you can just pick up as we go. Jorginho is left. That one is no news. We have Sterling to leave, and that one is not so much news. Ariza Balaga joining. That has already happened, so we'll keep our fingers crossed. But now he has to be number 2 because Raha is there, and would want to see how it goes for him. But all in all, I think he's still going to be number 2 until a major injury comes in, which we are not hoping for. But we hope he can also get some minutes here and there. Noni Madueke, Jokeres, all these players, Eze. I really hoped Eze stayed at Crystal Palace for at least a year because he has so much potential. But the question is it now? Does he need to move now? I think it's a little bit too early. Here's the case. He's moving to a very big team, yes, but the question is he going to get the minutes? Is he going to get the potential to develop? Now, I don't think so because this Arsenal team, they're already there, but now they need backups to just get the whole thing done to seal the deal. So he going, I feel it's not going to be so much a plus on development, but rather for him to prove himself. And they're already big boys there, so Charlie, it gets a little bit complicated for me and based on that transfer. So all in all, the most notable here, that was Gyökeres. Let's see how well he does, even though I have my doubts here and there. Aston Villa too, they've not really been active this transfer season, and already they've struggled a lot this season. So let's hope for the best for Aston Villa as well, as we've not really had so many transfers. But the most notable here, or quite some notable ones, would be Victor Lindelof coming in. We have Sancho also coming in from Manchester United on loan. Harvey Elliott from Liverpool also on loan. So let's see how well they fit into this team and what they can also bring. So Bournemouth, they've lost some very good players here and there, but let's see how things also goes for them. All in all, Bournemouth, they've already proven that they are going to be very stubborn this season. So let's hope for the best for them. Brentford too, they are trying to figure things out, new manager and all. So let's keep our fingers crossed and see. As you know already, Henderson is there. We have Mbeumo leaving, and we also have Wizard leaving. He's joined. We'll get into it, but he's left as well. So very interesting as well. Very interesting. As I said, Wizard is left, so we'll get into that as well. He's left to Newcastle. Very interesting move there. I didn't really see it. I knew he wanted to leave because his most prominent partner had left, that being Mbeumo. So I was sure he was also looking for some options here and there, but that was very quick from Newcastle. I'm sure with Isaac leaving, they had to really cement the spots. All right, so Brighton and Hove Albion, most notable so far, I think, will be Joao Pedro leaving to Chelsea, which is not really a plus for them, but they also have tried here and there. So let's see how things go for them. Let's see how things. Julio Enciso leaving for Strasbourg. That is a very interesting one because he had so much potential. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Burnley as well, newcomers in the league. Not too new, but of course they were just promoted from the championship. So, but they've had some very good signings. Let's see how it goes for them as well. We keep our fingers crossed. Players from Chelsea, players from Benfica, and all. Let's keep our fingers crossed. So Chelsea, as you know already, the lap is there. Joao Pedro, Gittins, they've gotten a few good players here and there, and they had to, I think, recall a player due to the lapse recent injury. So let's see how it goes. Maguire, he had to be called from Sunderland. So let's see how that goes for him. I'm really hoping, and I knew this was coming, but it's great. It's great to have him. Garnacho has been transferred to Chelsea. It's a good move. At least a young player with so much potential. I hope he's just able to humble himself, fit into the team, develop, and become that guy, because he has the potential. And already there are very good players there. So all in all, if he doesn't really succeed, not bad. There are players there who can easily replace him all day long, and who are already doing better. So as I said, rather unfortunate Jackson leaving. It was a whole lot of brouhaha, but let's keep our fingers crossed. I'm glad for Chilwell, at least he's gotten somewhere to be. So that's moving to Crystal Palace. Eze, I think the most notable one, they're leaving for Arsenal. Everton to have had good players coming in. I think the most notable, or the best transfer so far would be in Dewsbury Hall and Jack Grealish, because already Grealish is providing the goals, and by the loan, we hope they can sign him after. Dewsbury Hall is also helping here and there, so let's hope for the best for them as well. Fulham too, one or two here and there, not so much action, but at least they have Chukwueze from AC Milan coming in on loan, so it's a player. Leeds United, one or two. Very, very interesting. Let's see how newcomers as well. So let's see how Noel Carfo and others are in. So let's see how it goes for them. Fingers crossed. So Liverpool, Charlie. All eyes on Liverpool. All eyes on Liverpool because now they have quite a very structured team apart from Arsenal who are there in terms of squad depth and structure. Liverpool to have that in so many guys, and recently they just added Isak. So Charlie is going to be very, very interesting. Already Ekitike is providing the goals, so let's see what Isak to comes in to provide. And it's going to be very interesting how Arne Slot puts his team together. It's going to be all in all interesting. Glad for Luis Diaz that he left. At least he'll get some time, some game time. Darwin Nunes too, very glad for him. He could develop more as a player. So let's see how things go. Harvey Elliott, let's see how things go because I thought he was going to be a starter now with Frimpone's injury and all, but fingers crossed. City. They've gotten some good players in Renders and Ryan Zeki and all that, but let's see how things go. The most notable so far now will be Donnarumma. Let's see how he also performs. Manola Kanji has been loaned out to Inter Milan. Very interesting move there. But let's see how the Donnarumma fares in the EPL. As you know, EPL is a different league altogether, Charlie. You just don't come in and shine. So let's see how that goes for him as well. Fingers crossed though, Charlie. We are hoping for the best. Manchester United have Cunha, they have Mbuebo, they have Sesko, good players. They've lost some good players too as well. Rasmus Højlund has been loaned out to Napoli. I think it's good. At least he's going to get some playing time, and let's see. I hope he really shines there. I hope he really shines. Anthony transferred out to Betis. Very, very good move there. Newcastle, Charlie. Newcastle fans, Charlie. Sorry. That's all I have to say. Sorry, nothing else. Let's just keep it at that. So they've done some good transfers. At least getting Wisa to replace one or two very, very important players. We are not going to talk much. Let's move on. I don't really want to eat into the pain of the Newcastle fans. So let's move on. We had Nottingham Forest also getting a few good players here and there, so we keep our eyes closed, our eyes focused on them. Fingers crossed to see what they can provide. The Sunderland newcomers, they've also done some very good transfers. Let's see how things go. Already they've proven that they are going to be very stubborn. So let's see how that goes as well. Tottenham Hotspur, I think Thomas Frank is building something special, and he's here to prove that Charlie he's in for business. He's going to bring in the competition. They've had some very good transfers. They've brought in good players. Some being Mohamed Kudus. They've also got recently. I think Xavi Simons, yes. Kulomunani from PSG, very interesting as well. Very interesting. He was loaned in. We have Xavi Simons. I was surprised we were able to hijack Chelsea's player, but it seems Chelsea were not too interested or enthused about him. But let's see how he fares at Spurs. Spurs are building something very solid. So now attacking wise, there's going to be a whole lot of power from Brennan Johnson to Richarlison to Kudus to it's going to be very interesting. West Ham, fingers crossed. One or two transfers, we are hoping for the best as well. Already it's been a little shaky, or it's been all sorts of shaky. But before the international break, they were able to secure a win, so not bad. Wolves still losing a few good players here and there. We are hoping for the best for them as well. So that is how it's looking so far. It's been interesting all in all. All in all, it's been very interesting. We keep our fingers crossed to see how things go. And as I say, as I said in my previous video, you could get all the players in. You could get the Haalands, you could get the Donnarummas, you could get the Isak and all that. But It's about selection, it's about consistency, it's about patience. And I think now people are going to rush to really buy players, but the question is, are they going to be worth it? Because now you should understand two things. Most teams are buying players not because they really need them, but because they want to build a larger squad because of their aims and ambition, and secondly, they want to make sure that they have the options. So you would have a team like Arsenal bringing in Jokeres, they have Havertz, they have Eze, they have Saka, they have Martinelli. So they are looking to also be solid once injuries come in. They know they are still okay. They are also looking for options. So in a match where things are not working, once option A doesn't work, we can easily switch. So it's going to be all sorts of tricky if you don't get your selection right. So it's not about name, but it's just about patience and consistency. So you could have a team like Liverpool. There's going to be the biggest dilemma for most managers now, because the question is, are you going to start Isak or are you going to start Ekitike? And both, I think, are going to perform. Ekitike has already taken bold steps. He's showing that he's here for means business. Isak last season has proven that he's that guy. But the question is, would he be able to still show that? Can he do that in this Liverpool team? So now so many questions arise. We have players, a team like Chelsea, where we have so many players. You have Gettins, you have Garnacho, you have a whole lot. The question is, who is going to be the starter and who are you looking to? So it's just about being patient, know what the managers think, focus on a few very solid players, get them into your team, and don't rush. Now it's everything has been set. We are looking at how things will go. You are going to have so many managers doing so many panic transfers. No, just relax. Focus on your team. After the international break, you are going to have fatigue, you are going to have injuries. After that, once everything is settled, after a week or two, you'd see how managers will be able to set up. That is when Champions League 2 will be coming in, so you know who is going to play where, because you have Champions League coming in. They would have to play during the week, come and play during the weekend. So it's going to be very tricky. You get to see how managers are thinking, and you can get that to incorporate into your team. So the chips, you'd have to be very cautious. You wait a week or two before you'd fully want to use your Wildcard to change your team to suit the general overview now. Then a few weeks later, you can just, with your good team, just play your bench boost to get everything done. So that will be somewhere in October. Then you'd want to wait for December, keep your free hits for December, because you are going to have a cluster of games. Then you could easily use your free hits once, and that is going to save you. And later in the next half of the season, you'd use the other free hits very early or very late. So that's how it's going to be. You'd have to wait to use your free hits at the end. And in the middle, once everything has been sorted, October, November, you would have a clear overview of how players are performing, and that is when you go in for your triple captain. So all in all, you would easily use your chips very efficiently, very effectively, and with that, just keep your consistency going. So by the time you reach there, it's going to be good for you. You know the players that have been established, the players that are starters, the players that are performing, and you can easily use every chip. So don't be in a rush because someone uses it now, he's getting 100 points, he's leading. So no, you are just behind him about 50 points. Just relax. Each week, try to beat it by 10, by 5, by 20. By the time you realize you are far ahead and he has nothing to hold on to. So that is how it works, because it's a long season. So you just don't boost and stay there. No, most of the times they drop. So you have to be very targeted, very calculated, work hard, focus on it, listen to our videos, like our videos, and we would give you the tips as to how to go. So all in all, you wait 2-3 weeks, get to understand the dynamics, get to you, then use your wild card, wait for a few weeks into October, November, use your triple captain, get into December, use your free hits. In between, you can easily use your bench boost anytime you feel good, and things will be looking okay for you. So all in all, it's good. It's interesting. These are the transfers. These are the options you have at hand. Just stay connected. Just let's get interactive and be safe.